need some salt, ground pepper, dried mustard, mayonnaise, sweet relish, and paprika. Now the relish and the paprika are optional, and that's what I meant when I said that there's two different ways that you can do this. So I don't always use the relish, but I usually use the paprika. So let me show you what the first thing is that we need to do. You're going to need some hard cooked eggs, and I already have some here and I've taken the yolks out of them, but I just want to show you how you do that. You just want to slice them and then pop them out into your bowl. Now, if you don't know how to make hard-boiled eggs, I have a method, very simple, and I'll leave a link for you for that. It's very easy to do. Now, once you get all of your yolks into a bowl, then you're going to mash these up with a fork. Now, I like to get them very thoroughly mashed with the fork, so just keep going until it's very fine. Okay, that looks good. That's what you're looking for. Now, take the little bit of dry ingredients that you have and just kind of mix that together. And then mix that in with your mayonnaise. I just like to stir that around a little bit with a fork. Now, I've been making this for about 20 years and people just really love it. So it's a very, very simple way to do it. But the important thing is that your eggs are cooked properly. So make sure you take a look at that method that I have. Now once this gets all combined, then you're going to take this and put it into the yolks. Then take your fork and mash everything together again. You want to just keep going with this until it gets to be like a very nice creamy consistency. Okay, so that looks good. So it's nice and smooth. And now you can add in the relish. And if you don't want to add the relish in, if you're hesitant about that, don't do it. You know, I've made it for years without the relish, and I only started doing it because I tasted it, you know, at someone else's home, and I asked about it, and they were actually putting pickle juice in there. And I didn't have any pickle juice handy, and I heard you could use relish too to give it that little sweetness, and it really does taste good. But if you're hesitant, maybe just try a couple with some relish on it, and, you know, make it the rest of the batch without. So that's optional for you. But just mix this through thoroughly. Okay, that looks good. It's nice and creamy and it's all very well combined. You could do this a couple different ways. Now, I have for years used a spoon to put this into the eggs, but I also do it with a piping bag, so I'll show you both ways. So you just take a spoon and just take some and put that right into your egg, just like that. Okay, and you want to just mound it up a little bit, but not too high. And then I take a fork and I just kind of make little, you know, designs into it. Nothing real fancy. Just like that, because what we're going to do is sprinkle the paprika on top of that, and then the paprika will hit on all those little peaks that are sticking up. So you just go like that. Okay, so that looks nice, right? Then you could also put it into a piping bag. So this is something, if you want to make it look, you know, extra special, just take some and put it in your bag. And you don't have to have a whole bunch. I'll just put a little bit in here so I could show you. And if you don't have a piping bag and you want to do this, you can put it into a plastic bag and just kind of swirl it on, or like I did, you could just put a tip on your plastic bag. So get that down there and then take it and squeeze it into your egg, just like that. Doesn't that look pretty? So it's two simple ways to make it. You could do it without the relish, with the relish, with the spoon, with the piping bag, and then what I like to do is I have this little decorative plate that I found. It's really cute. It's perfect for Easter, and then I take the eggs and I put them on the plate. Now, if I'm going to serve this right away, I'll just do it just like this, and then I'll sprinkle it with some paprika. But usually, I'm making them ahead of time. So I found this little thing. This is actually a little like Rubbermaid container, and you take the eggs. Let me just show you. And you just place them just like this into the container, okay? and it has a nice little lid on it. You just put the lid on there, and that's when I usually sprinkle it with the paprika if I'm storing them. So I'll put them all in there, and this holds about 20, and then I'll just go ahead and go like this and get paprika all over them, and they just, you know, they look great. And the perfect thing about this little storage container is that with the lid, then you can put other things on top of it rather than have all your little eggs on a plate with plastic and then you can't put anything on top of that. So it kind of messes up the storage in your kitchen or in your refrigerator, sorry.